Okay, General Manager Luke Garrard, before we head to Wingate and Finchley tomorrow afternoon. Luke, we've only 2 weeks left of pre-season and 3 games left. What's been your current assessment of the teams you've played and the performances?
Really positive, integrating new personnel into the group. We started it off with a fantastic week down at Barnstable, I have to say, and I've spoken to the players. We've had some meetings and catch-ups and expectations in terms of where we see and what they need to achieve this year, and the feedback's been Barnstable was really, really good. Like Martin Brennan would say, it's like a crash course. You're throwing people into the deep end and they need to ensure that they get on, and I felt that was the case. I think the performances at times have been excellent. I think our best performance was the first half against Chelsea on Tuesday evening. It's always tough when you face Watford, West Ham and Brentford, 3 games in 7 days against tough opposition, so you have to bring in bodies to utilise to ensure that you're not putting too much stress on individuals throughout early stages of pre-season. We've obviously got a niggle with Jack Payne, we've got a little niggle with Leanne Love and David Agbontoma, but we're hopeful that all 3 will be back within a time frame to prep and be ready for Gateshead. But going back to your question, really happy with where we're at. Yes, we need to fine tune a few things, but bringing in 6 bodies new into a group, I think it's been a positive 4 weeks today.
Yeah, looking ahead to Wingate and Finchley, what sort of game are you expecting tomorrow?
More relevant in terms of turnover of possession, probably not going to be playing out like a Chelsea side or a Brentford side or a West Ham side. Probably stinks more of a Bishop Stortford in terms of their style. For me tomorrow we're trying a few new things in terms of our set plays and a couple of shapes, and we'll be utilising them throughout the game. It's an opportunity for us to look at that. Come the end of that game, going into Potter's Bar, we've got a range of minutes of 405 minutes being our highest, and our lowest is probably 375 minutes. We've been very cautious and working closely as a management team and the S&Cs and the medical team to ensure that they're all going into a level playing field into the last week of our games, being Potter's Bar and Arsenal. I like to get in and around the 450 to 500 minutes for pre-season leading into the start of the season, and that's going to be the case. We'd have done a lot of sessions in that time, and tomorrow's another opportunity to get some minutes into legs. There'll be boys playing 90s, there'll be boys playing slightly less. They don't need to read into anything. We've got a plan and a process that we need to adhere to ensure that we are fit and firing for Gateshead on the 5th, and that's the sole aim of pre-season, and ensuring that we go up north ready and prepped.
Yeah, well, pre-season is ultimately about building fitness, but is there almost a target now to win a few more games looking ahead to Gateshead?
Do you know how many games we won last year in pre-season? I don't care about the result. It doesn't bother me in any way, shape or form. I'll dissect the game, I'll watch it back. We played against Harvey Val and Hudson Odoi on Tuesday evening, 2 lads that have played in the Prem. I think one of them was being talked about going for 25 million to Fulham. Pre-season for me is about being injury free, about getting minutes into legs, integrating new personnel, and I think we're on course to do that. Then the business comes, the season. We need to ensure that we're fit and firing and ready to go. Habits is a big thing for me. Yes, winning becomes a habit, don't get me wrong, but we have played 3 Premiership sides, we have played a Championship side, and we obviously played a National North side. So this probably, going into the back end of this period, is more relevant to where we're going to be in terms of Wingate, a Potter's Bar, and I think it's great that we're playing Arsenal and to have Gateshead 7 days later, because Gateshead play in a similar manner to a Chelsea and an Arsenal 23, so it'd be a great test for us. Obviously winning games of football is paramount when it comes to the season starting, but we're trying new things. The players have been very receptive to that. They've been honest in terms of, at times I've probably gone too quick with regards to the information and need to slow it down and bring it back a level or two, because we do want to be a little bit more fluid. We do want to be a little bit more rotational in our shapes in and out of games, and we need to grow, and that's what we'll be planning on this season, to ensure that we are continuing our upward spiral and trying to emphasise a slightly different manner in which we go about our business.
Yeah, and just finally, Luke, we've had some brilliant home attendances throughout pre-season. Now with just 1 week left of our early bird season ticket offers, how much of a boost would that be for you and the players to reach that 850 mark?
I've really loved the attendances. I've really loved the atmosphere. The bar's playing a massive part in that, because I think that you're getting more people spilling out and having a watch of the warm-ups and then popping back in for a beer or a drink. It'll be massive for us to get over 1,000. I know we're above 850, I believe now. And to have that final push with 7 days to go, I believe, would be immense, because they are a massive influence to what we do and what we achieve. And I keep talking about it, but the likes of playing AFC Wimbledon here, St Albans here, when you pack it out, we do give back in our numbers. So please, if you can, go and get your season tickets, because you're invaluable to us, and what we want to do and achieve this year won't be achieved without your support.